Today I'm going to be teaching you some tips and tricks on how to take ordinary grocery store bouquets and transform them into flower arrangements. It's the holidays and we're all looking for different ways to dress up our tables, and so this time I thought, why not use some things that I found at my local grocery store that I can put on my table to dress it up for when we have company over. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, I have this bouquet right here. It just looks like an ordinary bouquet. I got it at my grocery store. It was actually a buy one get one free, so I have two and they're kind of the same. If you look at them, they look like maybe they're a little bit on the sad side, not a whole lot of excitement going on, but we're going to dress them up and I'm going to show you how to do it. So I've been a florist for 16 years and I learned a lot of different things along the way, and so I'm really excited to teach you about those things, especially by transforming boring looking bouquets and flowers that you find at the grocery store to be able to use in your home. So I'll talk about these two containers right here. These containers are containers that I have from the dollar store. So each of them just costs $1, and I keep them in my house all the time because really they don't look like anything special, but the flowers are the ones that are the showstoppers. So this is called an ivy ball, and this one's just a tall cylinder, and I use it all the time. It actually fits really well in your cup holder in your car, believe it or not. So I've got these red roses, and they're just little daisy palms, and then I have this over here which is called alstroemeria, and you find these a lot in your supermarket, and these are really, they have a long lifespan. You can get these things to last for well over a week, maybe 2 weeks, maybe even 3 weeks if you're lucky. So you know, considering what you want to put on your table for the holidays, you may want to regroup some of the things that are in here. So I kind of like how these daisy palms go really well with this alstroemeria. So I may partner them together. Also, if you're not an experienced florist and doing floral design, grouping is gonna be your best friend. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hold these together and we're gonna work the ivy bowl here. So I've got just a little group. Remember, no leaves in the water, because leaves in the water will actually release a gas that will kill your flowers off faster. So I'm gonna do just 4 stems of flowers here. You've got the alstroemeria and the buttons. And then I have my flower clippers. I've never been the florist that uses a knife. I cut myself way too easy, so I use these flower clippers, and I'm left-handed on top of that. So what I'm gonna do is, you wanna take your vase, and then, sorry, we've got a visitor here, Sparky the cat. He's gonna come visit us. And I'm gonna measure it. So good way to measure this is to just hold your flowers up to the edge of your vase, and where the bottom of the flower hits the top of the vase, that's kind of where you're gonna wanna cut it. So like an inch above that. So I'm looking at this, and I'm gonna say probably about right here. Maybe I'll even go a little bit, cut that. You put them in the water and you'll say like, okay, is that a good height? You've got like some air space in there. It's kind of filled out. You maybe say, okay, I've got some room here for another flower or so. So I'm gonna take my other daisy and I'm gonna put him right over here. You know, cats are never really social until you're in the middle of something. And then they want to be all in your business. So I put the other one over here, and I just kind of tucked it in nicely like that. And this is what I would do with this one. If you wanted to, you could also take, let's say we get creative here and we do 3 roses. I like odd numbers because I feel like it works really well in flowers. And I'm just gonna cut these stems short, make sure that the leaves are off, and then I'm gonna add it over here to the base, all right? So I've got this nice little grouping of roses right here, and they're gonna open nicely on this angle, and this would be really cute for the restroom or just to put on a coffee table, just a nice little accent piece. So now I have all this right here. I'm gonna take my leftover flowers, I'm gonna get 2 bouquets out of this. And I keep a little trash bag over here to just put my clippings in to keep it organized and separate. And what I'm gonna do is take all my leaves off of my roses, and so you don't want any of those on. Some of you may like leaves on it, and that's okay. It's just a matter of preference, but you just don't want them in the water. And when I hold them in one hand and I pick the leaves off in the other, then it starts to kind of make a bouquet. And this is actually the start of being able to make a bridal bouquet, which we might do a video on that one day. I don't know. We'll see. So I got all this over here, clean up my area, put it over here. Okay, so see, it's kind of forming like a round shape. And when you loosely hold it in one hand, then you can kind of pull them and adjust them where they need to go. So this is kind of a nice little round shape right here. And then I might take some of this alstroemeria and put it as like a little side compliment here and here. And get the cat out of the way. Sparky, move. So, and then I've got like this one little leftover daisy over here that's so cute. So I'm gonna put him over here, and maybe you have some clippings from your backyard that you wanna add to this, and that's totally okay. It's gonna add to your arrangement and it's gonna make it look more full. So again, I like to have my flowers, the base of my flowers, resting on the top of the vase because it gives it more of a full look. I'm gonna rest this on the side of the vase and make sure that the bottom of the flower reaches the vase, and then I'm gonna measure it to cut. So right about here is where you wanna do that, okay? Make sure all the leaves are up, and then I put it in the vase, just like so. Okay? Doesn't have to be perfect, but when you turn it around, you've got a really great little arrangement that these roses, guys, they're gonna open up and they're gonna be bigger, and then it's gonna be more full, and then these alstroemeria will also open more full. And then you've got a great little color palette for a fall table. And so in just a second, I'm gonna show you how to create that fall tablescape that we can incorporate these flowers.